All right.
What kind of freak are we on right now? Dude, Jonathan's like, anyways.
Okay, guys.
Wow.
Oh, I have a question.
What?
So the episode that you post, or episode 8, me and her are both the intro.
Yeah.
Is that 1 point each?
Half a point.
Oh, brother. He wanted to just even it out so we didn't have like 4.5, 1.5.
No, I'm gonna have a
anymore.
half.
No. Me and you both had half because he got the point, remember?
But I feel like, okay, but with yours, it's a little different because yours was like the main funny part, but we just added to it. That's why we got a half point. Me and her are both the funny part.
We both said Halloween.
So would we both get 1 point each?
The way your feet are bouncing up is like a
I feel like it's still half a point though, because it's
half a point each, but we're both funny.
Yeah, we're both like the main point.
So you equally split 1 point. Equally as funny, equal point.
I'll remember this.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
I'll
next
remember
time.
this.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The next time Jonathan gets like an intro, we're gonna be like, no.
Well, we were a part of
it.
0.25 for me.
Yeah.
That us.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone. This is episode 9 of
Yeah.
Jam. We're getting up there, guys. We're
Epi
in
9.
what? How old are
Epi
you?
9.
How old are you when you're in school? When you're 9 years old?
Like 4th grade.
4th grade?
4th grade.
Is that 4th
5th grade? Yeah.
I don't fucking remember.
Like end of 4th grade, beginning of 5th.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Because I feel like 6th grade you're in
12.
kindergarten.
Wait.
What?
6th grade you're in kindergarten, right? No. What? Why is this so funny?
In 6th grade, you're in
You're in
kindergarten?
No.
Kindergarten?
In kindergarten you're 6 years old. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
He said that twice.
Yeah.
He said it twice.
Loud and wrong. Loud
That's
and
her.
wrong.
That's her.
Oh,
but
but
you were
you just did it. So.
I
That was
just
a
got the
little-
words mixed up. But she's just wrong
No,
in general.
at first you said when you're in 5th grade, you're in kindergarten, right? And then you said, no, when you're in 6th grade, you're in kindergarten.
Yeah, you were loud and wrong in that
You were
moment.
loud and wrong.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question though.
It's
Are
all
you?
right.
How old are you in kindergarten? Is it about 6?
No, like 5.
If
5 or 6.
only we could look this up.
No, because my first year in kindergarten was 2006 and I was 5.
But not.
I
turning
didn't go to
6.
kindergarten, so.
Explains a lot.
Okay. I was born in March of 2001. I started September of 2006. So I was 5 already. And then I turned 6 that year. Or the next
5 to 6.
the next year, yeah. We never did an intro.
No, he said, hey, what's up? Hey, guys, whatever. It's episode 9. You know the drill.
No, whatever. Like, okay.
You know the frickin' drill.
Okay,
dude.
next.
Okay,
Next.
well, okay, it's fine. That's fine.
What?
I was
What?
going to introduce ourselves again.
Oh, well, go ahead.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ari.
I know. Sorry. Sorry. That was mean. I don't know why I'm coming at you right now. I don't need to. I'm
Ma.
This is Jam. Should we do something big for episode 10? Double digits. Big
What
January.
would be something big?
Let's do a huge giveaway. And we give away a car and a MacBook and we're like Oprah.
We could do like a truth or drink vibe. Ooh.
That could be something. That would be fun.
Wait, what?
Truth or drink?
Like a
thing?
truth or drink vibe.
Oh, like were we drinking the episode?
Yeah.
You guys did that half of the beginning of the episode.
There was one episode you were pretty drunk.
You were
We don't
pretty
need to
drunk.
talk about it.
You were pretty lit.
Well, no, but it can be like maybe we can play like one of the games that you have, and this could be an off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do something big. Catch us next episode. Catch us next week. We'll do something big. Don't worry.
I'll be in Chicago.
Chicago. We did that last episode.
Chicago. It's a city that's exciting. It's a city that's invited. It's a city that.
It's surprising that you know all the words.
I said 2 lines.
Or most of them. I didn't know them. Well, Jonathan just got back from Tennessee. How was that?
It was okay. I mean, it was fine. I had a good time.
Fine.
It was okay.
I'm gonna tell Taylor that.
No,
Taylor, he hated that you invited him to Tennessee. He had a terrible time, and he will never be back.
that's not true. So the whole thing was that I was helping my friend move from Washington to Tennessee. And so he's from Spokane, so I flew to Spokane. It's an hour flight from the Seattle area, so not that far. And we drove the next day. We drove collectively 2,700 miles. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So the first day we ended up staying in, I think, South Dakota. We drove all through Idaho, and then we drove, I think, all the way through Montana, and then we stayed in South Dakota. So it was about 10 hours. I feel like I'm probably getting this wrong because it was just so much driving. And
I thought South Dakota was way farther than that.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But we drove about 10 hours, 10, 11 hours, 10 to 12 hours the first day. But my friend was also moving all of his stuff from Spokane. So he was also towing a trailer in his truck. He had a Tacoma. And so probably every 2 hours we had to stop for gas. And because again, the trailer's towing so much weight, so it was just burning through a lot of fuel, and so it was just a lot of stopping, and including bathroom breaks, including getting food and stuff like that. So it was.
Didn't he have to pee a lot?
It was the first day. So the first day, dude, we probably stopped collectively about 8 times. And I feel like when I was a kid, when I would go on road trips with my parents, we barely stopped. It was probably 2 to 3 at max for what we were doing. We never went on super long road trips like the one I just did. We stopped like 8 times that day, and I was just like, bro, you have like the weakest bladder as a man. And I gave him so much shit for it. And so we drove through South Dakota. We ended up stopping in Nebraska. And then again, we just drove this entire time. We actually saw Mount Rushmore, so that was kind of cool. I don't think I've ever had another opportunity to see Mount Rushmore again because I have no interest or no reason to go through South Dakota again. But along the way, when we would stop for gas, it would be in these small little towns. And if you go through Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, there's nothing. And I feel bad for anyone who's from those states or lives there. I'm sorry. At least in my experience, there was fucking nothing.
That's so depressing.
Yeah. And so, but the cool thing about it is that we would drive. It was pretty though. I would say Montana was really pretty. South Dakota, not so much. Nebraska, not so much. Wyoming was kind of pretty because it's pretty flat. A lot of cornfields. And so we ended up staying in, I think, Nebraska. And then we ended up going from Nebraska to Kansas City. Kansas City is cool. It's a cool little city. We stayed in the Missouri part, not the actual Kansas part, because the city split in 2. So
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
which is a little weird. I will admit it's a little weird. I don't know if I was thinking about it as we were there. If you're the mayor of Kansas City, are you the mayor of both sides of the state or just one part of the state?
Dude, I didn't even know that it was 1 city, 2 states until like a few years ago.
I didn't know
what?
until I
So
didn't
there's
know
Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. But it's in between the 2 states. So
Yes.
it's 1 city. But one half is Kansas, the other half is Missouri.
Yes.
How did I not know this? And
Dude,
I
I didn't
dated
know that-
somebody that lived.
He's the
in-
one who told me that.
I didn't know that until a few years ago.
That's insane.
Because
yeah,
yeah. So she's from Kansas City, Missouri. And then Sam and Colby, the YouTubers that I really like, they're also from Kansas City, but Kansas.
got it.
And so when she was telling me that, she was like, "Oh, like I used to go to the same places that they would party." And I'm like, "But they're from Kansas, you're from Missouri." And then I Googled it and I was like,
what the fuck?
"Yeah,
Yeah.
That's so weird.
isn't it?" So like the Kansas City Chiefs, they're from Missouri, but they're moving to Kansas.
So my mind's blown. Sorry. Where did you stay again?
We stayed in Kansas City, Missouri. Again,
Okay.
same city, but different state.
So where my ex and her ex-friend are from.
Yes.
Got it.
And so it's a funny story how my friend met the guy that we stayed with. And so my friend had about a month off because he moved there for work. So he had a kind of a month or so to play around and to kind of just do whatever. And so he decided he wanted to go to Germany for 2 weeks. And so he, on the way back from his Germany trip from Munich, he flew from Munich back to Seattle, I think. And so in the 10-hour or 11-hour flight that he was on, he met this dude. And the entire time they were just talking, having fun, having a great time. They drank, I guess on this airline, Lufthansa. You've seen the logo. You've seen it at the airport. They give you unlimited drinks.
Wow.
Yeah, and I asked him, were you in?
Unlimited. Sorry.
Or were you flying first class, or what were you flying? He was like, no, it's just it's an incentive, or it's part of the bit or marketing or whatever you want to call it for that airline, is that you get free drinks. You just have to ask. And so I felt a little cheated because when I flew back from Rome, I flew on that airline and I didn't get a drink at all.
Well, did you ask?
Well, I didn't know that it was a thing. I think maybe I got one. I thought, but it was just given to me, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Then they fed us food on the plane, which was pretty solid for what it was. Anyways, and so we stayed at his
We'll
his
take
friend's
that
house.
airline when we go to Europe.
We stayed at that guy's, his friend he met on the plane's place, and super cool. He showed us a bit of the city of Kansas City, and so I don't know if it's on the equal side of the Kansas City, Kansas, but they have this thing called the streetcar. So it's a completely free streetcar that you can take at any time. Not at any time. It stops service at midnight. And
It's just like a car.
think of like a miniature version of the light rail here in Seattle,
So like a bus.
like a train.
Like in San Francisco?
Yeah, but bigger, but maybe
Like the
more
red
modern.
thing in Full House.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But enclosed and more of a train. And so again, it's completely free. You can just hop on, hop off, hop on, hop
Oh
off.
wow.
You never have to pay ever.
Hey,
And
I
even
mean,
it says on the
it's always free. I never paid in San Francisco.
I don't pay to get on the light rail.
Yeah, I don't pay to get in the light rail.
Light rail services, if you're listening.
We're
Yes,
kidding.
I do.
This is all alleged.
and on the part of some of the, how they have marketing little posters or whatever, on there it says, "Oh, will always be free." Again, that's
Wow.
a cool thing. And again, for
Because
being
there's
up,
nobody there.
kind of. And
Is it
so,
like a big city? Or is it like kind of like...
I would say, again, from the parts that I kind of were in, I would say it's probably the equivalent of maybe like downtown Seattle
Okay.
in terms of
But
size.
like one part of downtown Seattle, or like the whole downtown. Like
One part, I would say.
like is it just giving like Capitol Hill vibe, or is it like South Seattle, Madison Street,
Think
North
of-
Seattle, fucking Capitol Hill,
Think of-
Columbia City?
Pioneer Square.
Okay.
But at least that's the part that I went on. So I think when we rode the streetcar, it was maybe 10 minutes, not even that. I think it doesn't go that fast because it's in the city. And we ended up going to these places, like just little bars. And it was fun. It was cool. We went to this really big sports bar that had, again, TVs everywhere. But it was cool. Again, it's just a service that was I thought that was a really cool part of the city that they provided public transport for completely free. You didn't have to pay anything. One thing on the trip that I did like was that things were cheaper. Again, I feel like Seattle is a more expensive part of the
we
United
are pretty
States. The cost of living here is pretty high. And if you went to a bar or getting something to eat, like a full meal was probably about $15.
Oh wow.
A beer was probably about $4 to $7, $4 to $6. So it was pretty nice. I did like that part of it. And then, so Kansas City was pretty cool. We ended up going from Kansas City to...
You never finished the story. So he just became best buds with him on the airplane, and
Yeah, that was it. That's how they met.
and then he texted him and was like, "Yo, we're in Kansas City. Can I stay with you?"
Yeah, I guess so. On the plane back, he was telling him kind of essentially what we were going to be doing, the road trip. And so the guy on the plane was just like, if you need a place to crash on your way here, just hit me up. Place you can stay at my place. That was it.
It's so crazy to me that you actually stayed, because like you met him once.
I'd never met him.
You had never met him, but Taylor met him once on like a 10-hour flight, and that was good enough.
Yeah, so that was kind of it. And so
Men are so trusting.
Oh yeah. If that was me with another girl that was like my age and we really hit it off for like 10 hours, I would like to think that I would like text her, but I probably wouldn't. I don't know. With women, it's a
If
little
I'm
bit
being
different.
completely real, like when I'm on the plane, I have my noise canceling headphones on and I make sure nobody is talking to me.
Yeah.
Like I need my quiet. I need my enrichment time on the plane.
No, so this is probably something I'll touch on later, but I feel that is more of a Seattle thing. Anyways, I'll
Yeah,
probably
Seattle freeze.
Yeah. And so we stay with this guy. We go out to a couple bars. There's a Taco Bell Cantina in Kansas City. Oh, yeah.
And what? Kansas City gets one, but we don't.
I know.
Yeah.
And they got a Canes? Multiple? All right.
Yeah. And so I sent you guys pictures when I was or passing by. We did end up going. I got a
I didn't know that was the Cantina one. I just thought it was a Taco Bell.
which is a cantina. The tree is hiding it, but it says Taco Bell Cantina.
I didn't like zoom in.
We go from there, and then we go from there. Where do we end up in? I think we ended up stopping in Kentucky
I think that's where you were.
Illinois.
I think you guys were in Illinois because the next day is when you guys were driving back, and me and you like FaceTimed for a little bit when I was at work, and you and Taylor were like, wherever the fuck we are, it fucking sucks here. It's raining and it's hot and like, oh my God, it feels like shit outside and it smells like shit.
Yeah, I think we were in Tennessee. No, we were passing
I
through.
think you were in Illinois
Where were we passing
or
through?
about to be. You were about to be in Illinois.
What's
No,
another?
Illinois is more north.
We were
Is
we were
that
past
Chicago?
We were no, it dips down pretty low to like at the edge of Kentucky. We were passing through what's the other major city in St. Louis. We were passing through St. Louis, which is close to the border of Illinois and Kentucky and Tennessee.
I just remember I was on FaceTime with them and they were like telling me a story. And then Jonathan was like, hold on, I have to pee. And then he like set his phone down and I was like, Taylor. And Taylor was like, what's up, bro? And then he picked up the phone and me and Taylor had a conversation.
And so we passed through St. Louis and then we stopped somewhere in Illinois, some random ass town, like the Clarksville, I think. It was a college town, I guess. And so we stayed the night there. And we wanted, again, each day we were kind of wanting to make more progress than not because the next day it would either be a longer day. We always wanted kind of the days to be a little bit shorter so we're not driving for 10 hours. And so we ended up going to Clarksville. And from there, we decided that it would be better if we stayed outside of Nashville because we didn't want to stay in Nashville. And again, he's paying all of the stuff out of pocket. So he's kind of moving. The company he got hired for is paying for the move, but he's trying to be as cost effective as possible. So he didn't want to stay in Nashville, which was fine. I don't think that I had really had the energy to kind of walk around Nashville after kind of we were hungover and whatnot. From Clarksville to Nashville, we kind of just drive through Nashville. Then we go from Nashville to Knoxville, where he ends up staying, where he's actually now living. And I help him unpack his stuff, which we didn't take long. He just rented a storage unit for a couple weeks while his apartment's getting ready. So yeah, and then we walked around Knoxville for like a day and a half ish. We did a little thrifting. There was this vintage store that did like a lot of old fleeces and like kind of vintage shirts, but it was kind of expensive so we didn't really do all that. But getting into Knoxville.
Last episode, you talked about how you don't go thrifting anymore. And I just want to point out that while he was on this trip, he went thrifting at least 3 times.
No, it was only really that one time. I didn't really go thrifting anywhere
I
else.
feel like you texted me twice about the thrift shit that you found.
What is your problem, Diva?
But I think we only went once. It was the Saturday before I left. So
He texted me enough that I thought it was 3 times, but I was wrong.
no, we
It was just
were
once.
never in a city where we could just stop and go thrifting. We would see places and we'd be like, oh, that'd be cool to hit it, but we're also just passing through. So it just doesn't make sense. We get to Knoxville and he's kind of, we settle into, he's staying in a temporary Airbnb until his apartment gets fixed. Not fixed, but ready. And we start walking around. We visit this place. One of the main streets is called Gay Street. And fucking Maya's like, look at him. He's on Gay Street.
Oh, yeah. I showed, she listens to the pod. Shout out to Cheyenne. I showed Cheyenne that you're on Gay Street, and she was like, oh, right where he belongs.
Thanks, Cheyenne. And everyone there was pretty friendly. I would say it's kind of a different experience living in Seattle because there's this thing called the Seattle Freeze where people are not as friendly as maybe some might think, and so people were just really more than willing to chat with us, talk about us. And again, my friend Taylor was telling people that, oh, I just moved here from Seattle or from Washington State. You know, I'm trying to get the lay of the land, blah, 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 blah. And people were telling him like, you should go here, you should go here. And we went to this little outdoor kind of bar area. When we got there, there was like 5 people there. It was an older couple. And then I think these group of friends were starting to kind of meet up. And by the time we stayed there for about an hour, we got like 2 drinks. I got a brisket sandwich that was pretty mid, to be honest.
Was the one at Buc-ee's better?
Yeah, that was the
Wow.
one. That was the one that was surprising. I went to Buc-ee's in Tennessee. By the time we left there, it got pretty crowded. There was a small little band, this guy with the giant cello. I think that's what they called the giant ones.
Ooh.
There was a girl that was singing, and there was a guy that was playing the piano. And then by the time we
Music's
left,
very big in Tennessee.
yeah, by the time we left, there was probably like 20, 25 people there. It was getting a little more lively. And even then, when we were talking, we were just like chatting between each other. Other people, Taylor was waiting in line, and some guy, he started talking to this dude in line, and the dude was like, hey, like, if you're new to town, like, take my number. You know, I know you're going to need friends, so hit me up. He's like, bro, do you play baseball? Taylor was like, I do not. And he's like, well, okay, well, we need people for our team, so if you ever just decide you want to play baseball, I'm like, yeah, shoot me a text or whatever. And so, and then as there was a couple that was leaving, they're walking by, and I guess they kind of overheard our conversation. And then the guy came up to us. Again, it's a quick interaction. The guy comes up to us and he says, oh, I heard you're from Seattle and you just moved here. Welcome to Tennessee.
Oh.
And then that was kind of it. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. Like, I appreciate it. And then he's like, yeah, welcome. He's like, you know, kind of just small little interactions, stuff like that. So, again, I feel like the sense of, I don't know if you consider Tennessee the South, but
It's considered the South.
kind of the sense of Southern hospitality. I feel like he was a lot more present there. But one thing I did not miss, or one thing when I was there, and we were kind of getting more to the South, the humidity, bro. Dude, it sucks.
It's hot.
It
It's
fucking
hot.
sucks.
Yeah, humidity sucks.
So anytime I got the chance to take a shower, I ripped that shower.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Booty stank. That's it.
Yeah, bro. When I was in Florida,
Dude, yeah.
the humidity there is so bad. Like, because every time I went down there, I would like blow out my hair, and I would be outside for 5 minutes.
It's thick.
Yeah.
Every time you walk out, every time I would
Especially
walk
with
outside,
glasses, the glasses like
instantly fog up.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if a lot of people know this, especially people that listen to the podcast, but majority of my family, especially the family that raised me, is from Tennessee. And I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know how close Memphis is to Knoxville. I
It's
don't
like
think they're
practically
close.
the other side of the state.
Yeah, I don't think they're close at all because Memphis is more of like the city vibe. But I don't know, like everything that you said is really what like my mom and like my family says. And I've always wanted to go back. So I don't know. My mom talks about Tennessee and how she misses it. And I mean, she moved up here because it was just kind of the right thing to do and whatever. And she doesn't have family that lives there anymore, or like even friends that live there anymore. But I know that my mom had like the best time of like her early life there. And when she moved here, she immediately noticed a difference. And she talks about the Seattle Freeze all the time. She's like, people in Tennessee they love to talk to people. It's you make friends easily. Like it's just the culture down there. Whereas here it's very like, oh, I feel like here though, especially in the Seattle area, it's very, oh, they know them because their sister or their mom, and then, oh, well, or they had a friend that knows a friend, and then you know them somehow. So, like everybody kind of knows each other here.
Yeah. Okay.
At least that's just how I felt.
But even then, I think we would walk down the streets. We walked down Gay Street. We were just walking down, and we would see a bar or just a cool little place. So Taylor would stop. He's like, "Bro, should we just grab a drink?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." And so, or we were passing by this place. I think it was called Murphy's. It was a cool place. On the sign they had outside, Saturdays $5 Long Island's or margaritas.
Wow.
So we saw the sign too. I was like, bro, what if we just like got a drink? And I was like, it's like 1:00.
Okay.
I'm not a big day drinker. Like I don't do well with day drinking. I just get really tired. And so we go in there. It's a cool little spot. It's a 2-level restaurant. The bar is like a U-shape kind of wood area. And we drink 2 Long Islands. And then the time we're drinking those 2 Long Islands, the guy to the left of us, again, Taylor and I were talking about, oh, we like this place is pretty cool. Like, you know, people are really friendly. Like we're social exploring. And there's this dude to the left of us. He just starts chatting with us. And we chat with him. He was from the Seattle area. We're kind of talking about the differences between here and there. We got his name. His name was Jameson.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a cool ass name, low-key.
Yeah. So he was a cool dude. And then, yeah, we just kept exploring the city. It just, for the gist of it, everyone was really nice. That's something that I really did enjoy about it. And I think it's a big difference between Seattle and kind of the South is that people were just more willing to make small talk or just have that conversation and just with other people because that's just what people do down there.
Yeah.
We didn't get to do a whole lot. We were collectively there for maybe about a day and a half. But I would go back to Knoxville. I think that it's an up and coming city that it kind of gets overshadowed by Nashville because everyone goes to Nashville to party. So, but yeah. So and then coming back, my flight was at 5, and then by the time I got back, it was to Seattle. It was about 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And then
It was 9 a.m. when you
but
texted me.
it was super. But it was exciting to come back home, not necessarily because I was so ready to go home, but it was because the Odyssey came out,
Yeah.
and that we all went to go see the Odyssey.
And we saw it that night.
So it was a long day. It was a long day for
Jonathan
Jonathan.
had to take a nap.
It was a long day for Jonathan.
He was eepy.
Yeah, we finished the movie and we're like talking in my car for like an hour, and he's like, "Can you take me home?"
But
That movie was really good. I mean, I'm glad you had fun though. I mean, every time I would look at your location, you were in a different state until you were in Tennessee, and then I saw you like
you guys
bounce
were
around.
you guys were like moving fast
yeah,
though.
low-key, yeah, you were mobbing.
Like in like 2 days, you were already like halfway there, and I was like,
yeah,
during the trip, Taylor and I were like, "Dude, we're making some pretty good time."
"Yeah, you guys were trucking along."
Like I mentioned in an episode before, I love Christopher Nolan. He's my favorite director, and the fact that he made the movie, dude, if you haven't seen it, go see it.
it was phenomenal.
It's worth the 2 hours and 47 minutes, however long it is.
3 hours, damn near.
Yeah, it's 100% worth it. I can't imagine anyone not enjoying it, even if you don't know the whole premise of the movie. It's just, bro, just want to go home.
Yeah, you don't really need to know much about Greek mythology or like the preface of Odysseus and all of that before. If you want to, you can kind of deep dive into it and learn a little bit more about it. But I mean, Ari didn't know anything, and I mean, you did say like, "Oh, I'd like to watch it again so that I could fully understand it." But I feel like even after watching it the first time, you still were like, "Okay, I get
Yeah,
it."
you don't need to know, like, I know like the basics, like Zeus and like Poseidon and like Athena, like the basic of the basics, because they do kind of like explain everything as the movie goes along. But it also like, it's not as like Greek mythology and like gods and goddesses as much
Yeah.
as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So,
Because I mean, Odysseus is just a normal guy.
Or it's the King Ithaca, but yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a king, but he's not like a demigod or a god.
yeah.
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 It's just like it just happened to be in that time period. But yeah, the movie was phenomenal. The fact that it was filmed in all IMAX is insane. I mean, literally made history. It's crazy. I will say, if you go see it, try to find a theater that has IMAX with recliners, because we didn't do that, and my hips and my knees were hurting because that movie is long and those seats are tiny when you don't have a recliner. And it was a little uncomfy. Everybody in the movie theater was definitely like, ooh, towards the end.
After like an hour and a half, 2 hours in, they're all kind of like leaning forward and like everyone's kind of getting like antsy and stuff. Like I'm like trying to, like my knees are hurting. I'm like, oh my God, I got to stretch them out.
Yeah, but still, the movie was phenomenal. I'm surprised I didn't have to pee that whole time.
Bro, I was locked in.
Yeah, it was. It was
It honestly,
really good.
like 3 hours sounds a lot, but when you're watching, I feel like it was a really good, like really well paced movie.
Yeah.
Like I was nervous that it was going to be like really slow in the beginning, but I feel like it was
It
pretty
definitely
well
ties you
paced.
in.
Yeah.
It ties you in. Ari was crying a little bit. I
Okay.
almost got emotional.
I
didn't
cry at everything. Every single movie I will cry.
but there was a few sad parts that I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But the cast is crazy. I just
Crazy lineup.
one thing that I can't stop thinking about is IMAX cameras. Ari, do you know about like IMAX cameras?
Yeah, and how like big they are and that they can only film like 3 minutes at a time.
No, they don't film. It's just a film camera. It's the whole movie is made off of pictures
Yes.
on a film roll.
Yes.
And then there's one place in the whole United States that took all the film, and it was like 356 miles of film, which is like a 7-hour drive. And they had to cut, glue, like all the individual sheets of film, and then like find what like lighting looked best for the picture and everything. And that's insane to me. A film picture, just one individual film picture is already hard enough to make. The fact that he made an entire movie, a 3-hour-long movie that is amazing quality, looks great, and you would have never thought that one scene itself was just one picture, is crazy to me. Like, he made history with that. It's insane.
I still stand by that Interstellar is my favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, yeah, no. Interstellar definitely gets the cake for me. Interstellar, there's no beating Interstellar.
No.
Interstellar is like
We still have to watch The Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I
thing
do
need
really
watch.
want to watch it.
But Interstellar, but I
Interstellar-
would say Odyssey. The Odyssey is it's up there for me.
Bro, he cooked.
That's gonna be like,
I wouldn't be surprised if it won Best Picture.
oh, it's gonna
It's
win
100%
something.
going to be like nominated for almost every award at the Oscars
Oh,
next year.
100%, 100%. But for me, when we do our movie wrap up at the end of the year, and I'm looking through all the shit that we watched, I feel, and we make a little PowerPoint or something. I feel like that's gonna be up there, if not be my number one.
Yeah.
For all genres. If we pick specific genres, Obsession is still up there for horror right now. Oh, I forgot that Spider-Man comes out.
And we still have Avengers.
Yeah. But again, like I think we were talking about not even like an hour or two ago that Christopher Nolan's more inclined to maybe work on a horror movie.
Oh my God. If he ever comes out, because horror
And she
movies.
said you said this not even 30 minutes before I brought it up.
What?
But he wants to make he's kind of on the fence, or not on the fence. But
I
he's-
literally said in the group chat, I was like, he needs to make a horror movie.
Yeah, you mentioned this like verbally, and then you also texted
Yeah.
it to us.
I like my favorite genres of movies. It's so neck and neck with like rom-com and horror, which is so weird because they're two completely different. But it's like, I grew up watching horror movies with my mom, and I just have like so much love for it. And like, you can do so much with a horror movie. And Christopher Nolan makes like amazing movies, like film, like acting, like plot twists, like story, like all of that kind of stuff. And I'd love to see his creativity in a horror movie.
Yeah, so I
I'd
think
love to see it.
one that I saw that it would be an interesting one for him to do is Dante's Inferno.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
It's about this guy named Dante. His wife. Again, I'm probably very butchering the plot, but his wife is taken to hell, and in order for her to rescue her from hell, he has to go to the nine levels or 9 stages of hell to bring her back. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Pretty cool.
it's a very famous story. It's Dante's Inferno. It's a very famous story, and most people have adapted that story. It's a game too, but
I feel like if Christopher Nolan made a horror movie, it'd be more of like a psychological thriller.
that's
yeah.
part of why Dante's Inferno is kind of a cool thing. Whereas I loosely know the plot of it, but
I feel like he could also really like fuck up a found footage film.
Oh yeah.
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 I feel like because I don't love found footage films. The only one that I really like is Paranormal Activity, but I feel like Christopher Nolan could do it really well.
You know what movie we should watch if you? I mean, maybe you're not so inclined to watch it, but VHS is a really good
I heard that's good.
Always bring this up.
horror.
I've never seen
found
it,
footage
but I
one.
heard it's good.
I've seen the 3 of them.
Oh wow.
There's 3. Do you know what they're doing? They're making a VHS SCP edition or SCP related one.
What is that?
It's like secure, contain, protect. That's like the whole premise of it. But it's how this fictional organization finds these entities and they contain them. And so there's like different SCPs. I don't know what the more famous one is, but there's like SCP-86.
I've been in like a horror, like ghost vibe. Like I've been watching like a lot of like YouTube videos of like people talking about their like ghost stories and like TikToks of people talking about their ghost stories. I've been rewatching Sam and Colby videos. Like,
Dude, it's Summerween.
I am so hooked on like paranormal stuff right now. So if you guys want to horror movie tonight, I'm so down.
I think we should watch VHS.
Okay.
I watched it 10 some years. It's an older movie, not older, but probably 2015,
10
2017.
years ago when I was like conscious.
But I watched it just on a whim, and I was just like, "Oh, this looks kind of cool." It was on Netflix. I watched it. And I was like, "Whoa, this is kind of crazy." And then they came with the second one, and then they came with. I'm pretty sure there's a third one. But they're pretty popular. They kind of came like a kind of a whole cult favorite.
Well, speaking of like spooky stuff, kind of. Do you guys have like conspiracy theories that you guys believe in?
I think the moon landing was real.
I think so too. My mom thinks it's fake.
Really?
Yeah, my mom actually believes that the moon landing was fake.
Why?
I think her main argument, I haven't really gone deep into it because like I just think it's so stupid, but I think her main argument is like, why haven't we gone back? Which I think is a fair argument, but I was talking to my dad about it, and my dad is like, my dad used to want to be an astronaut as a kid, but I'm dead ass. He wants to work for NASA.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad is like, he works on like airplanes and like stuff like that for like almost 20 years now, but he said it's because all of the technology that they used back then was like, I can't remember exactly. It was like destroyed or something, and they haven't like made it again, or they don't know how to like do it again.
Well, I mean, another argument that I've heard, and I feel it makes more sense, is that why do we need to go back? What would be the benefit of spending an incredible amount of money? Because I used to watch this YouTube video about it's called Kurzgesagt. It's a kind of a more famous. They talk about like scientific theories and nerd shit. Anyway, whatever. And so they were talking about just getting into orbit is an incredible amount of like propulsion. So, those big giant rockets it's full of fuel, and that's just to get into orbit.
Yeah. Well, I think I like find space interesting, but I find the ocean way more interesting.
Oh my god, yeah, me too, bitch.
I find
that brought her back.
yeah.
Bro,
But, like-
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Me too. Oh
Dude,
my
I
God.
know so
Like,
many
I feel
weird
like there's a
fucking
lot of-
facts about fish. It's stupid.
I feel like a lot of women, at least when I was younger, were like, I want to be a marine biologist.
But
Yeah, but
I
I
have, like-
actually locked in for that shit.
I was
No.
a mermaid.
Dead
you
ass.
want to play mermaids? No, but when I was a kid, I mean, I still do, but I had this like touch of the tism, and I had my hyperfixation with sharks. Like, do you guys remember?
Sharks.
Dude, I fuck heavy with sharks, bro. I want a shark tattoo, bro.
My sister has a shark tattoo.
Dude, they're so misunderstood. But like I was that weird kid at the like the book fair, and I would get fun facts about sharks. Like shit like that. I was so obsessed with sharks, and that was like really what made me so interested in the ocean. But anyways, a conspiracy theory that I actually believe in is like the Mandela effect.
Oh.
When we like
Well, is that so much of a conspiracy theory?
Or like a phenomenon.
Well, I
But I
actually
feel like,
believe
but the theory is that we jump into like parallel universes and then things change. That's why there's a Mandela effect. Like we remember certain things because it was a different universe that we were in, like a parallel
because there's
universe.
like the Berenstein and the Berenstein bears.
Sex in the City, Sex and the City, like shit like that.
So weird.
Kit Kat, if there was a dash or not.
So
There's
weird.
a dash.
No, there isn't.
There's a dash.
No, there isn't.
No.
There's a dash.
Oscar Mayer or Oscar Mayer?
Oscar
Meyer.
Mayer. Oscar Mayer.
There's a Y.
It's M-A-Y.
It's
ER?
M-A-Y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
ER.
a lot of people think it's M-E-Y-E-R.
I feel like that can be chalked up to people being a little dyslexic and a little illiterate.
No.
Same with,
Nelson Mandela, that's how it came up to be because
yeah,
everybody
because a lot
thought
of
that
people thought that he died like a long time ago, but it wasn't. It was like
he just went to-
2009 or
yeah,
something.
he just went to jail.
yeah.
He went to jail, but everybody thought he died because he did like a very risky speech. And everyone thought that he died after that speech, but he went to prison after that speech. And then when he got released from prison, everyone was like, oh, I thought you died, bro.
Yeah, 'cause
and then
I think
that's
he
how
was-
it became the Mandela effect because everyone was like, what the fuck? And then he even talked about it himself and was like, a lot of people thought I died. I don't know why you're thinking that.
Wasn't he the reason why he went to prison because he was speaking out about apartheid?
I don't know.
It was South Africa.
It was something about riots.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
But
Bernstein. It's Bernstein, but I know it's Bernstein. But what's
it's
the
the
latter?
Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein?
Well, that's
No, it's Berenstain.
That's how,
Yeah,
it's
Bernstein. It's the opposite of what I think.
well,
it
yeah,
was.
it's that's what I was trying to say. It's
Also,
the
like
opposite,
if Febreze has one E or two.
two.
No, it's one.
No.
Should I
Wait,
give you
hold
my
on.
bottle?
It might be opposite. Hold on.
Because that's not even spelled breeze.
Febreze.
It's one E.
No way.
It's one E.
Look up the most popular kind of instances of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like do you guys remember like Shane Dawson?
Yeah.
And he posted like conspiracy theory videos. I was so like locked
Same.
in on
Me
those. Like
too.
I would watch videos for hours about Mandela effects.
You know,
Yes.
with the one that I used to watch too
Oh,
was
if the Monopoly guy had a monocle or not.
He did not.
he does.
He didn't. No, he doesn't.
What?
He doesn't.
Wait,
doesn't.
he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. But
He doesn't.
everyone remembers him with a monocle.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
still like when you said
also-
his name, I thought of him with a monocle, but I know he doesn't have
But
one.
also like the Fruit of the Loom brand, if there's a cornucopia or not.
There's a cornucopia.
No, there isn't.
No.
No,
There
because it's
isn't,
just
but
the
I see the
it's just the
cornucopia.
grapes, the apple, and the banana.
Fruit of the Loom, a massive number of people recall a cornucopia in the background of the logo, but it never existed. Yes, it did, bro. I specifically
I
remember,
remember
it being
seeing
there.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah, like I can see it. It's the fruit and then the cornucopia, and it's like brown.
Right
and,
behind
like,
it,
Yeah.
It's behind the
behind
three
it.
of the fruit.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
fruits.
Yeah.
but it never existed.
It's very fucking weird.
Like, why does everyone remember a cornucopia, but it never existed?
And it's like it's such a like extravagant number of people that it's like why do we remember
also
this?
the Star Wars line. Everyone remembers Luke, I am your father, but the actual line is no, I am your father.
Yeah.
But everyone says Luke, I am your father.
You know what's really funny? It's so crazy that you brought that up, actually. My dad has a Christmas tree ornament that he bought a long ass time ago. Like, I have always remembered this ornament, and it's my dad's ornament. And we all have like specific ornaments that we put on the tree because it's like, oh, that one's mine, that one's his, like whatever. That is my dad's ornament, and it has batteries in it, and it's Darth Vader sitting on like the rail right when he says the line. And you click a button on it, and he's dead ass says, Luke, I am your father. So it's so weird. I remember my dad like showing me that, and me and him being like, dude, what? And then we watched the movie because it's so like that ornament dead ass says the wrong line. What? It
Also,
doesn't make any sense.
you know in Snow White when the evil queen says mirror, mirror on the wall? That's not the line. It's magic mirror on the wall. It's not mirror, mirror. Apparently it never was. But we all remember it a certain way.
As
feel like that's,
mirror,
like-
mirror on the wall.
Who's the fairest of them all?
I feel like that's like why would
There's probably songs that literally use that line.
Like
Yeah.
we all say like mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the ugliest bitch of them all? You know what I mean? But no, it's magic
what I
mirror.
mean?
You know what I mean? No, it's magic mirror.
No.
But we all remember it a specific way, but it was never that way, ever.
So weird.
that is very weird. What the fuck? I never knew that one. I never knew that. I
there's
might
so
have heard
many.
about the Star Wars one. I don't know about the Snow White one. What's another one?
Those were like the most popular ones. Hold on.
Side tangent. You know what I really liked watching? I think it's on Hulu. Or at least I watched it on Hulu. But BuzzFeed's conspiracy theories
Yeah.
with
I know
those
what you're talking
guys
about,
with
yeah.
those guys that would do the paranormal ones, like, hey there, demons, it's me, your boy.
Jif, not. A lot of people thought it was Jiffy, like Jiffy peanut butter, but it's just Jif.
What? No. No.
Well, I think I can see that why people would call it Jiffy as like a. I'm thinking of a
But like
mom.
I remember like as a kid
No, but
seeing
it's Jiffy. There's a Y.
No,
JFFY.
Let me see it. Yeah, 2 F's, Y.
I can see that. Only way that I can think of it is that, you know, as a mom or like a grandma, like, oh, do you want some peanut butter? I got some Jiffy, like as like a fun little way, cute way of saying it.
No, my mom never said that, and I know Jiffy.
I know him personally.
Also, Looney Tunes. How do you spell the tunes?
TUNES.
Tunes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, a lot of people thought it was TOONS, like
It's-
tunes.
Yeah, I believe it's.
I could see that too.
Yeah.
I don't remember either or. Also, does Curious George have a tail?
Yes.
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
No, it does-
No,
no,
he
he
doesn't. No, he
doesn't.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. Sorry.
No, he
I got
doesn't.
too excited. He doesn't have a tail.
Calm down.
And then also Sex in the City. So a lot of people.
It's sex
Oh
in
my
the
god,
city.
there's so many ads on this website. I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Anyways, people have like merch from when it came out, and it says Sex in the City, and then like there's another version where it says Sex and the City. Like,
It's
Do you
so
think it might have
weird.
been a misprint?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
You don't know. And then Febreze, there's only one E.
Show me.
Should I go get my Febreze in my bathroom?
There is only one Febreze. Only one E.
There's only one
E.
Febreze.
There is only one Febreze.
And then Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer.
It's spelled with a Y. I know that.
Dyslexia is hitting.
Well, yes. There's the debate isn't if there's a Y or not.
Loud and wrong.
There's a Y. I know that. Okay. But like I always thought it was Oscar
Wait, how's it spelled then?
Mayer.
Yeah.
I thought it was Meyer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel like that just makes sense, but whatever. Skechers. A lot of people thought that there was a T in it. Also, a lot of people remember Chick-fil-A with no K.
Oh no, it's always had a K.
I didn't grow up with Chick-fil-A, so I don't
I
really.
did. I have the cows around here somewhere. Don't worry.
Also, Fruit Loops. How did you spell the fruit?
F. Whoa.
The
getting-
typical spelling of fruit.
Yeah, just fruit. F.
There's no way. There's
No,
no way.
I'm scared.
How are you scared to spell fruit?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
This is what we talk about, guys.
No, it's not. How,
F?
it's not.
It's because I have to write it down. I can't just like do it in my head.
But it's not the way you spell fruit. It's FROOT. Fruit Loops.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I can see that now because the loops are the OO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's fruit
Get
and
her
then
in
loops
marketing.
and then it's OO.
Get her in the marketing team.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, Pikachu's tail. If there was a black end on it,
Yeah.
Black end or black?
like like his
the
tail had
middle?
like the black.
No,
End
there's a
part.
brown little part on the bottom.
What? It's like a lightning bolt and then there's a black stripe in the middle.
No, there's not.
No.
It's
What?
just yellow.
I thought it was a little brown at the
Well,
end.
there's a little brown like at the base.
Okay, that's
but
what
at
I'm
the
about.
end of the tail,
There's
you
no
might
black.
remember.
Let me see.
Which one's right.
I remember the black one.
Yeah,
remember
that
the-
would never existed.
Yeah, the yellow one is correct.
Also, Kit Kat, did it have a dash or not?
I feel like it did.
I don't remember a dash.
I think looking at the dash, it looks wrong, but it also feels familiar.
I feel like the dash on that one is like not spaced correctly, but I feel like it had a dash.
I feel like it had a dash too at one point, but it never did.
Like, I
dash-
feel like
the
these could
dash
be
does look
just
really familiar.
misprints.
Right? It feels familiar.
Yeah, I feel like these could be misprints that were in circulation for a
No,
while.
it can't be misprints with all of these things though.
But these are all pretty popular things that it can be easily.
And then Fruit of the
misprinted.
Loom. You remember that cornucopia. I know you do.
The cornucopia is very familiar.
It had a
yeah,
cornucopia.
I remember the cornucopia.
No, never had a cornucopia.
So what is the
Cheez
like?
Its. Is it Cheez It or Cheez Its? with a Z.
ITZ.
Z. Cheez-Its.
We swear there used to be a Z. So, hold on. No, there's a Z, right?
It's an S.
Is it just Cheez-It? No.
It's just Cheez-It.
No.
It's just Cheez-It.
You have a box.
No, I just have
It's
a bag.
just
I got it
Cheez-It.
from
There's no
Costco.
Z.
I think people probably were saying as to make it plural, Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
But do you
look
not
at this
remember a
picture.
Z?
Look at this picture.
I feel like there's a Z though. What?
I remember the Z.
Yeah.
Ew.
Because that's what made it fun is Cheez-Its.
It's not one singular Cheez-It.
Also, double stuff Oreo.
What
Okay.
about that one?
There's only one F in stuff.
That one's I don't know that one.
Me neither. I'm not too locked in.
Mona Lisa's smile.
It's like a half. It's barely a smile.
It's like a smirk.
Yeah.
C3PO has a silver leg. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just read one that I didn't know about. How do you spell Flintstones?
Don't ask me to spell nothing right now.
FLINTS Flintstones, like SOSTONES.
I didn't know that there was two T's.
What?
Flintstones. I didn't know it was Flintstones.
Oh, like Flint?
Oh, there's two T's in Flint.
No, like Flint Stones. I didn't know that it was Flint.
Oh, you thought
I
it
knew
was
that.
Flintstones?
Yeah.
Flintstones.
Well, I didn't know it was that either. But I also didn't really watch that cartoon, so I can't really speak on it.
I watched the live action one a lot.
There's a live action one.
Yes.
It's
You
weird.
guys, you
I
guys
didn't
didn't
know
watch the live action Flintstones?
I mean, I might have heard of it, but why would I want to watch that?
You never watched the live action Flintstones?
No. Is it the really, really old one?
I didn't know that.
Are you kidding me right now? Came out in 1994.
It's older than Jonathan.
For once.
Rosie O'Donnell was in it.
Who?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
John Goodman. Conspiracy theories. Oh, the earth is flat. That's the dumbest one.
Yeah, that's
That's stupid as
stupid.
fuck.
I can't believe people actually believe that.
Look up popular conspiracy theories, and I'll tell you which ones I believe.
Moon landing, Area 51, and aliens. Like in that area of Area 51 that they're hiding. Like
I don't think
aliens.
that there's aliens that they're hiding there, but I think they're doing something suspicious.
The Illuminati.
No, so okay, to kind of speak on that, I guess like a secret government facility or whatever. As I was driving through Tennessee or driving to Tennessee, if you look in Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, there's not a lot there. I remember going through those states and it's just a lot of farmland. It's just a lot of it, not empty
There's
space,
nothing there.
but there's not a lot there. And I was thinking, and I told Taylor this, that if the government had a
database would look really good right there.
that a data center would look really good. They needed a data center along with 6 parking garages. And I was just thinking, if the government wanted to build a secret facility out here, there's plenty of space to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh my God.
But yeah, that was a running joke when we were driving through to Tennessee that we just see a lot of like really cool like farmland or whatever. Like, bro, you know what would be sick here? Data center. Or we'd see like a giant mill or quarry or something like that. Like, dude, that's a really cool data center disguised as a mill.
But I'm sure that like that's real. I'm sure
Yeah.
that the government does have like secret places in like the middle of fucking
God.
nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. I feel, and you know, if there was a place to do it, and if I was the government,
would
I
be in
would
the
build
middle of
it
nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a little too obvious. Because in order to have a secret government facility, you have to
Maybe.
have in order for have that happen or to have that, you know, there needs to be infrastructure.
Do you guys believe in like the Illuminati?
I feel like there's probably secret organizations that have a lot of influence.
But like, do you believe that like some of like the A-listers now like sold their soul to the devil?
I don't know about sold their soul to the devil, but I do think that there's something fishy going on. Same thing with like Area 51. I don't necessarily think that it's aliens, but
I believe that like I don't know if I believe in like the Illuminati like per se that like it is like selling your soul to the devil and the devil is real and like doing all this shit. But like
if so, where do I sign up?
no, but I believe that like some people do believe that and that they do like weird sacrificial rituals. Like, okay, so there's this YouTuber that I've been watching since like 2014, And she was really popular for telling like story times, like creepy story times of when she had like a stalker, or, like weird people in Nevada, whatever. Recently, in like the past like few years, she's been telling her stories on TikTok of when she lived in Hollywood, and that she would go to like these like Hollywood parties, and she like walked in a room one time.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if it was like, but like it was just like a Hollywood party, and she was like a YouTuber, like influencer, like influencer parties. And she said that one time she like walked into a room and there was like a weird like ritual going on. And then when she walked out, everyone was like, you cannot say anything.
Wow.
And that she said that one of the people that she saw like doing the ritual is like now like big and famous.
Interesting.
A lot of people were suspecting Sydney Sweeney.
I
But
believe it.
she can't say like
Who it is, or else
yeah.
they'd like kill her or something.
Yeah. So I believe that like people do believe in that, and I do believe that people do like weird
No,
ritualistic.
I think that there's
like
I think that there's something suspicious and weird with like old Hollywood and fucking just
I just want to know.
dude.
I just wanna
so
know the
nosy.
tea.
Yeah.
I'm so like I don't want to be a part of it, but just like let me know. I just
Like
want to know.
a fly on the wall.
But
Yeah.
think,
Like
think about like all the stuff. Say you've been to a big party. Like there's a lot of weird little nooks and crannies that happen at a party. You know,
yeah,
you know,
that you can just
know,
get
like-
away with everything.
you know-
I was gonna say, think
when
of our
you
Halloween
go
party,
to-
but we can't put people on blast like that.
but you know that when
you know who you are.
But you know that, you know, you go to these big parties and there's always these little pockets that are happening, you know, you bring these, you know, very successful, very attractive people from different parts of life and in these huge places, and, you know, something's bound to happen. Something weird is going to happen. Well, it's bound to happen. And weird things happen everywhere.
That's why I'm just like, I don't know. I know that there's definitely weird shit going on.
Also, in case any of this is real, this is for entertainment purposes. This isn't real. We're just telling stories.
Yeah, we're just curious. We're just thinking.
You can take me. It's okay.
Hey, and let us know how it goes. Okay. But like like the theory that like Beyonce is part of the Illuminati because she's always like doing this shit at her like shows and stuff.
But I also feel if you were part of a secret organization that was to that level, why would you give any sort of hint that you were part of it?
I don't know.
Why would you want to expose it by maybe making some unusual or subliminal gestures, or, you know?
But I think that's the whole thing. Like it's all like subliminal.
Subliminal. I got you.
You can say that, but not other words.
You
Like
can say that, but you
what?
can't spell fruit. That was good.
That was good.
Clocked your T. Subliminal, but like, I feel like a lot of it is like subliminal. Oh my God. You know what I'm trying to, whatever, bro.
Cut in when she said it the first time.
Dude, I have to like say it slow. I can't say it. But like, there's like theories that they put like subliminal messages like in music. And like,
Oh, yeah.
but, like you can't hear it to the like, I don't know.
Naked eye, but
It's
like,
just,
have you over, or not the naked eye, but you know what I mean.
like you
'Cause-
can't hear it, but like there's like little stuff in music and like TV shows and movies that just like your
I think-
subconscious is like, I don't know.
I think that's a conspiracy theory that I do believe, because there was a point in time, and sometimes I do tap back into that, but there was a point where I first moved into this apartment and it was really hard for me to sleep, and I would listen to stuff to like help me fall asleep. So at first it was like rain noises and whatever, but then I kind of had like issues with that. We're getting vulnerable for a second. I had issues with the rain noises. I would like turn on rain noises and whatever.
Oh my God. Wait, I just saw a theory about this like the other day. That like some like Spotify, like rain noises and like ocean waves and like thunder, whatever, like all that kind of stuff. There's like negative subliminal messages in there.
Maybe. I don't know.
And that way, that's like, someone
would
was
just-
talking about that.
I would just toss and turn. Like it literally like, so what my like routine would be was I'd get all ready for bed, get cozy, whatever, turn my phone on, turn these little rain noises on. And then on Spotify, there's a sleep timer. And so I would set it for 15 minutes. And then when I first started listening to the rain noises, it was like I would be knocked out before the 15 minutes was up. Like I wouldn't ever hear the rain noises turn off. And then it started getting to a point where like the 15 minutes would go by and I'd still be up and I was tossing and turning. And then I was like, oh my God. So then it went to 30 minutes, then it went to an hour. And then I would just sit there tossing and turning, listening to these rain noises. And then there was a time where I was like, maybe the rain noises aren't helping. So I would try to just go to sleep like with nothing. And then that wouldn't work. So then I started listening to sleep meditation vibes, and it would knock me out. But at first it was like, you're falling asleep. Close your eyes and like think that you're in a meadow and your fingers are running through the grass and you're laying and you're staring at the sun. And then I would just knock out. And then I like went through like an era where that started it, but then I like went through a deep dive of like, okay, well that was just a sleep meditation. But then there's sleep meditations where right when you fall asleep, like they do all of that in the beginning and they're just like, you're falling asleep. And then when you fall asleep, which I would never, it's so weird. But like the beginning, I remember listening to, and it's just that sleep part. And then I fall asleep, and then it's like an hour and a half of just like, you're going to make money. You're manifesting money. You're manifesting everyone around you is rich and whatever. Those are the ones I would listen to. And it was just like, they would say that stuff, but I would be knocked out. And then there was a point where I was like, what if this shit is just a scam? And it's just like fucking, like they do the sleep meditation and then it's just like rain noises or something like while I'm sleeping. Cause they're all an hour or something long. And I remember like cutting through it. And then like I listened to it, but I wouldn't remember it. It's just, I don't know. It's so weird to me. And then I got in my head a lot about it because I was like, what if they're saying shit that I don't know when I'm asleep? And then I got too like weirded out about it and then I stopped doing it. And now I went back to rain noises or I fall asleep. That's why I started watching Malcolm in the Middle to go to bed.
Yeah, I literally saw TikTok the other day, which is like so crazy that we're talking about this. But it was literally like no more than 3 days ago I saw TikTok and it was like, they're putting evil subliminal messages in your rain noises. Stop listening to it. You have to find a good one.
That's so weird. Because like also I would listen to like money ones or
you know what
attraction ones. So like I don't want people to think that it's like, oh, I'm gonna attract like fucking a millionaire, like whatever. It wasn't like shit like that. It was like I attract good people around me. I attract like whatever. And then I just started noticing like weird shit in my life where I was the brokest I had ever been. And this could all be just like a fucking coincidence. I don't know. But it was like I was the brokest I'd ever been. I was fighting with my friends a lot. There was a lot of shit fucking happening. Nothing was changing. And then I stopped listening to it and then we're chilling. And like it could just be a fucking coincidence. I don't know.
I definitely believe in that shit.
But
like,
it was just, I don't know.
You like
and the Spotify ones too, they're so like, all I would do is just sleep meditation, Spotify, pick the first one. And it's just like, hello, welcome back to your sleep meditation. And they also play an ad in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's like, but first, listen to our break. And then they're like, hi, welcome back to Tide Pods. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I listen to those like sleep meditations like every once in a while because I have this like, I don't know if it's like a type of insomnia, but it's like a type of insomnia where like I can't fall asleep. Like I don't get tired. I can't fall asleep. Like without smoking, it'll take me upwards of an hour to fall asleep every night.
Yeah.
It's like actually awful. And so like nights like that when it gets like really bad, I'll like turn on those. But like the voice is so creepy to me. But like
there are some that are very creepy.
I don't know. It's like I can't listen to them all the time because it's just I don't know. Sometimes it just I don't feel like good vibes from it. It just is weird to me. I don't know.
That's why I just
maybe
turn
we're
on
like
Malcolm in the
two
Middle.
woo woo witchy bitches. I don't know.
I don't know. But I can don't worry, I'll fall asleep to Life is Unfair. Don't worry. Don't
you know what you
worry.
looked like when you did that face?
What? What face?
It's like a CGI video of a dog, and he's like, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. I need to tap back into Malcolm in the Middle. I strayed too far from the sun because of Love Island and like just so much stuff happening. I stopped like watching for a little bit after Florida, but I need to tap back in. I'm on like season 6.
Also, when you're, I feel like there's always been a period of time where I'm into like the weird horror or conspiracy theory thing, and I used to watch a bunch of videos on it. I think it's always an interesting topic whenever you find something super
I love a conspiracy theory.
new or something you've never heard of. You know, I always hate whenever I find a fun topic such as conspiracy theories, and then you hear or you see videos where it's top 10 most whatever, and then it's always just stuff you've heard before, and you're like, boring. And you fucking,
Gone.
yeah, I've heard this one
Give me
before.
something new.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was one thing that I liked about the BuzzFeed conspiracy theories. They always had interesting
Do
ones.
you remember BuzzFeed Unsolved?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, I loved those.
Yeah, BuzzFeed Unsolved. There was the Somerset Man. That was their first episode, and then they revisited it.
Fire.
And I think they even kind of gave more clues to who it could have been. But I like in those shows they drop a potential conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
They
There's
have
3 potentials.
Yeah, like 3 potentials are most likely, less likely, and so I just like that they posed something or concluded something versus just like, who knows? All right, bye.
Yeah.
Growing up, instead of being more of don't worry, I tapped into the conspiracy theories and such, but I was more of like a ghost story or like fucking.
Dude, all of the above.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
all
any of those
all of
stuff
the
is
True
above.
cool.
crime, conspiracy theories, ghosts, like all that kind of stuff.
But I would like tap into like, I know you're going to be able to relate to this, but I was really big into like the Conjuring shit. And one big thing for me was just like haunted everything. And I remember watching Annabelle and then figuring out that Annabelle was based off of a real doll. And then I deep dived into another super haunted doll that, oh my God, I know his name. I was going to be like, I think his name. No, I know his name. His name's Robert.
Sam and Colby had a video on them.
Bro.
On him. And you want to know what's
Terrifying.
crazy?
Terrifying.
You want to know what's crazy? After they went and saw Robert the doll, you know how they say if you look into his eyes, you get like bad luck?
Yeah.
Colby got diagnosed with cancer after that.
And you have to write him a letter.
Yeah, and like apologize.
Because you can't like look in his eyes and you can't take a picture with him. And if you take a picture or do all of the above, then he curses you or your loved ones, and then you're fucked. People have died. People have gotten diagnosed with cancer. People have gotten into car accidents,
And
lost
then,
all their
okay,
money, everything.
so-
And then they write him letters.
Yeah.
And behind his exhibit, because he's in a museum in Florida, behind his exhibit are thousands of letters that he gets written that are like, I'm so sorry, Robert. I'm so sorry.
So Sam and Colby have that like original video, and that's when like Colby had cancer after that, and then like Sam and his girlfriend of like 6 years broke up after
Yes.
that. And then they went back not too long ago, and Colby and Sam got in a fight because Sam took a Polaroid picture with Robert without Colby knowing.
Bro.
And they got in like a big fight in the video, saying like, why would you do that and you didn't tell me?
It's insane, dude.
But
I was really into that fucking spooky ass shit.
no, yeah, but like when I was a kid, like I was obsessed with like Goosebumps, Haunting Hour, like Ghost
yes.
Adventures, Ghost Hunters, like all that kind of stuff. Like I was obsessed with that stuff. Like, and I think genuinely that shit made me who I am today.
Oh no, I'm a spooky ass bitch through and through.
I love. Whoa, kind of ate that up.
It's giving do re mi.
Oh my god, that was funny. But I love ghost stuff. Like, oh my god, I'm so obsessed with it. Can we have a topic?
No,
I
I
feel
feel like
a
we
ghost
need to get
story
a
topic.
I think we need to get a little closer to the spookies, but
Not
Yes.
now, but I just mean like put it in the list.
Oh yeah,
Put
yeah.
it in the mix.
Oh no,
we could all
for sure.
present one of our more favorite or interesting.
I have
needs
a
to-
lot of ghost stories.
That needs to be like a whole episode, like the topic.
That has to be like our Halloween special.
Yeah, because
that'd be good.
I have a lot of fucking ghost stories.
Me too.
I have a lot of encounters. Have you ever fucked with a Ouija board?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't get into the story, but I got a Ouija board, played with it, and it was in my room for a long time. And my mom is terrified of Ouija boards. She used it one time, never touched it again. And when I moved out, it was still in the room. And my mom was like so terrified of it, she wouldn't even touch it. She had her friend come from like out of town, and they like threw it away. She made
You
my
can't
mom.
throw it away.
I don't know what they did with it, but they like
It's no longer there.
it's no longer there. But my mom was like, I'm not touching it, and had her friend do it.
Yeah, because you can't. I have a lot of. We'll save it. We'll save it.
We'll save it.
Tune in. But like,
Just wait. It's a couple months away.
I have a lot.
I have a lot.
That's my favorite holiday. I know that's your favorite holiday.
Oh, it's not my favorite holiday, actually.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is my favorite one. I just like
Halloween's
the
my
seasons.
favorite holiday.
I just like the season of it.
I prefer the spooky season, like the vibe of it all, but Christmas is my favorite holiday. I think for me, it's the nostalgia.
I think
that love
choir
for
ruined Christmas for me because I'm a Halloween bitch, spooky bitch through and through, and I always want Halloween to have its justice and to be recognized. And I was always, that sounds like so fucking corny and stupid, but because I was in choir for so long, I was in choir for like 10 years. It was right when like October would hit. It was like, okay, time to memorize Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
No, I just want to dress up. Hello?
I'm that bitch where the second it hits November 1st, it's Christmas.
No, you can't put up a Christmas tree in my house or even talk about Christmas until Thanksgiving's over for me.
Yeah, I feel like for me, Thanksgiving kind of has to be over.
The day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday is when we decorate for Christmas in my household.
No, it's Christmas November 1st, but I'll give Thanksgiving the day.
Yeah, I
feel like
concur
as I've
with
gotten
that.
older, though, Christmas has kind of lost its magical touch just because, like,
whereas Halloween for me has gotten more magical.
yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
not so much like obviously like when you're a kid, it's like about trick or treating and stuff. But like for me now, it's just like, I just love like, that was always just like the thing in my household. Like I know I've told you guys and we'll touch more on it like closer to the season, but like in my household, it was like Jonathan's getting annoyed at me because I'm talking about, oh my God, I think I want to dress up as her for Halloween. The Halloween party. And he's like, bro, that's 4 months away. Okay.
No.
I'm starting to prepare.
Me and Liv were talking about this. I was like, oh, like, because Tame Impala September 1st. I was like, oh, we got a couple months. No, she's coming next month. And then after that, Malcolm Todd. I was like, oh, we have a few months. It's fucking...
Before you know it, it's going to be Halloween and I'd rather be prepared so I can have the fucking best costume ever and we can throw the best Halloween party ever. And it's just going to be fucking like, come on. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready now. If you're not going to be 90 degrees outside and you want to be rainy and thunderstormy, Washington State, then okay, sign me up for October. Thanks.
So I've always believed in like witchy, like manifesting stuff. I just don't really like practice it, but I do believe in it. Like I believe whatever you put out in the universe will come back to you. Mm-hmm. And so if you know me, I love Billie Eilish, old news, whatever. And when she announced, so she had her tour and then she announced a second leg of the tour. She wasn't coming to Seattle, but she was coming to like Florida, San Francisco, and San Francisco was like closing night of the tour. Okay. And me and Maddie, because this was like, me and Maddie didn't go to the first leg together, but like because I knew that she was going to announce a second leg, and me and her were like, we're gonna go. We have to get tickets. So I get a pre-sale code, and I log in. I'm like 11,000 in line, and I'm like, bro, oh my fucking God, like I'm like stressed, like. And me, Maddie, and Liv, we were all in the same like mindset of like it's pit or nothing. So I was like, we're gonna get pit. We're going to get pit. I've had pit every single show of this tour. I'm going to get pit because Maddie's never been barricade. I'm going to get her like this pit experience. I get in, GA sold out. And so like, and I know my way around Ticketmaster. You keep refreshing, it'll come up. So I'm in there for like 5-10 minutes just refreshing. It comes up. I put 3 in my cart and then it's sold out. Keep refreshing, put 3 in my cart, it's sold out. And I get in whatever, and then I refresh it and it glitches and I'm back at the end of the queue and there was 200,000 people in front of me.
Damn.
200,000 people in front of me.
Insane,
and like, and I'm on FaceTime with Maddie and Liv as I'm doing this, and I'm like, oh my God.
We're cooked.
Yeah. And Maddie hangs up, and then like 20 minutes later, she's like sobbing because she loves Billy like me. Maybe not as much, but very close.
She's a little secretive about it.
She's very secretive about it, but she was like crying, and then I started crying because at this point I already got tickets to Orlando. So I was like, I know I'm going to see her again, but Maddie isn't.
Yeah.
You know? And so I start crying because 1, I'm upset because I wanted to go, but 2, also like I just feel bad because it was all on me. Mm-hmm. Like no one else was trying, it was just me. So I felt bad. And so I'm like, okay, it's okay. We'll try again for general sale. We have like 2 days. And then, you know, those like ads you get on Instagram and it's like, sign up for a giveaway for whatever the fuck. And I saw one and it was like a giveaway for 2 pit tickets for closing night for Billie Eilish. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll sign up. I sign up for every giveaway, never win.
Okay.
So I'm like, so the day before the general sale happens, I call my witchy friend and I'm like, I need you to tell me every single manifestation trick, like literally ever. And you're going to laugh, but it fucking works. So she basically tells me like, write your manifestation of like what you want on a bay leaf and burn it. I've
done this.
Okay. I wrote my shit on a bay leaf and I burned it 3 times. I'm like
Like a bay leaf you used it with cookies?
Yeah.
yes. Like a whole bay
Us being
leaf.
like, yes,
Yes.
I've done
No,
this
but
before.
what's the context of why a bay leaf works versus another?
It just helps with like manifestation. It's like a
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either, but like witches use like herbs and stuff.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
certain herbs, like for example, honey. Like if you put it in like a manifestation jar or like a spell jar, if you put honey in a jar, it will slowly bring you sweetness. But
and
if you
cinnamon
want,
is good for like abundance and
yeah.
like stuff
But
like that.
if you're casting like a negative spell towards somebody, they use cayenne pepper because
And,
it's
like, red
fucking
pepper
spicy,
flakes
or like,
and, like-
peppercorns and like
Yeah.
salt, and it's just like
I get off the phone with her and I'm doing the bay leaf shit. I'm like writing it and I'm burning it, but also like simultaneously I'm listening to like hurt sounds for like manifesting and like good luck and stuff like that.
Just like frequencies?
Yes. Like frequencies for like good luck and like manifesting, and like as I'm doing it, I'm like I'm genuinely in my mind like putting my whole badussi in this.
You're like,
okay.
yeah.
Yes, dead ass.
True.
And then I burn the bay leaves and I'm like having a piece of paper and I do like the 3-6-9 method of manifesting.
Yep.
And then what you do is you fold it towards yourself.
If you want it,
Yeah.
away if you don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I slept with it under my pillow.
Yep.
And the entire time I'm doing that,
It
this
works
was,
better
like-
if you put your perfume on it.
and then as I'm doing this, like this was probably like a 20-minute thing where I'm burning the bay leaves, writing it, I'm listening to these frequencies, like, and when I'm writing, I'm really manifesting it and like putting it out into the universe. Like I needed this so bad. I was like, I'm gonna get pit tickets for San Francisco this night. I'm like putting all of the details so like make sure the universe knows what I want. And then the general sale happens. I don't win. I'm like, fuck this shit. This shit don't work. I'm fucking over this shit. And I'm like, whatever. Like me and Maddie are upset. I kid you not, a week later, bro. A week, not even a week, maybe like 4 days. I'm in the car with like, with my dad's girlfriend. We're like driving around and we're like yapping or whatever. Scrolling my phone. I get a notification. You just won the Billie Eilish giveaway. What? I'm like in the middle of a conversation and I'm like, hold on. And I'm thinking it's like a fake account because, you know, like anyone can make a fake account and be like, oh, you won. Click on the account. Nope. Follow it. Verified. 100,000 followers. No.
No.
And I'm like refreshing it. I'm like going back to the page and refreshing it, making sure it's real. Like I'm like, this can't be real. I go to the post and like there was like over 1,000 people that submitted. Over 1,000 people and I won. There's
Wow.
no way. And then I see that they posted on their story, winner has been notified. Me? Me? And it's like, hey, thanks for entering, like you just won, email this person with your name and all this and that, blah, blah, blah. Congrats.
That's
And
pretty
that's
cool.
the San Francisco show that she
And
went to,
that's-
ladies and
that's why I
gentlemen.
went to the closing night of Billie Eilish tour.
And the melt.
And the melt.
And
yes.
the melt.
And the
And
melt.
the
melt.
melt. Can't forget
Anyways,
about the melt.
so ever since that moment, I 100% believe
Yeah.
in like manifesting because a giveaway. Have you ever met anyone that's won a radio station giveaway or any giveaway on Instagram?
I've met someone who has won a giveaway.
Really?
It was my brother.
I thought he
younger
was going
brother.
to be like, it's you.
I know.
My younger brother.
What do you win?
Free Little Caesars pizza for a year.
Fire.
Bro.
And that's why you love Little Caesars?
No, it's I'll never switch on Little Caesars, but yeah, but the way that they gave him the pizza, it was a gift card, and you can get one pizza per week or one week pizza per
That's
couple
pretty
days or
sick.
something like that. But it equated to about 52 or 53 pizzas in a year.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Fire.
Pizza Friday.
But yeah, I was like, what are the odds the first time I ever win a giveaway, it's for something that I really, really wanted? A Billie Eilish closing night pit ticket.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro.
I never knew
But
that.
you
I knew
should.
that you did win it from a radio station. I didn't know that there was all this background for you winning it.
I also have a manifestation story of when I got the barricade hug. I mean, it's not like anything crazy like that, but like when me and her were at the barricade, there was steps all around the entire barricade, and we knew that she did a barricade hug. And before the show started, me and her looked down at that step, and we held hands and closed our eyes and was like, Billie Eilish will stand right on this step, and she did.
It's crazy.
How many steps were there?
It was the entire barricade.
So it was just like a little platform that she stepped up on.
Yeah, there were steps all around it. There was probably like over 100.
Oh, okay.
And we looked down at the step that was right in between me and her, held hands, closed our eyes, and was like, she will step on this step and give us the barricade hug. She did.
I'm telling you, if
And
you
I
really,
walked in there and I told them, I'm going to make history. And I did.
I'm telling you, if you really tap in and like, I'm going to sound so granola right now, but like if you really tap in and just like in your mind, don't cloud it with anything else. Like, oh, well, work was stressing me out. Oh, what did I have for breakfast this morning? Nothing. Like you literally empty everything out of your mind except for what you want as you're fucking manifesting or as you're casting a spell. It'll happen. And it always happens when you least expect it. So that's why I'm not shocked that like you were like wishing and wishing and wishing that you got GA when the general tickets came out. And then when it didn't happen, you're like, oh my God, fuck. And then like you guys were like, okay, whatever, you're sad. You stop thinking about it because it's just like, okay, well, we didn't get them. The second you stop thinking about it is when it comes.
Also, when I signed up to, like when I got invited to the movie premiere, like anyone could have signed up to go. Okay. When I signed up, I was like, millions of people probably signed up. I think I told you this, but like, I think I got the email back maybe like 2 days later. And I remember in those 2 days, I had this like crazy intuition feeling that I've never had before. Like, this is going to sound crazy and you're going to laugh, but I felt it in my womb, not my gut, my womb. I don't know how to explain this feeling, but it was like a weird, deep instinct that I was going to go.
Okay, guys. So we have a game here.
Oh my God.
To kind of continue on to the trend that we're playing a game kind of toward the end of the
It's
episode.
fun. It's fun for us, and hopefully it's fun for you, or I don't know.
If it's not, then that sucks.
I know, truly, that literally
Sorry,
sucks.
if you're not enjoying this, I don't know. Find a different bod, I guess. I don't know. But still like us, I guess. Listen to the beginning. But we've been enjoying playing games towards the end of our episodes. And one game that I've been wanting to play for a while is We're Not Really Strangers. Ari has this game. Jonathan's played this game. I don't know. I just feel like it might be a fun topic and fun conversating for us to get into.
Maybe get
So-
to know us a little bit.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna do kind of the like a speed run of it. We're not gonna do the full on game.
Yeah, you don't need
We're
to
kind
know
of
us
just
that
making up our
much.
own rules. We don't know that if there's specific ways you do
Yeah,
this.
are there
but
like specific rules that we need to know, Ari?
I mean, there is like specific rules, but we're not going to be doing that.
yeah,
okay,
We can do it on our own time.
Really, we're just gonna pick a card and talk about it.
Yeah.
So typically there's 3 levels. Level 1, surface level. 2 is again 2 is deeper. 3 is the deepest, but it gets progressively more deep with the levels. So, what are we sticking with level 1s?
Level 1 and 2.
Level 1 and 2. Yeah.
Okay, so we can do all one level 1 and then all level 2.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
Depending on how long it takes.
Okay, so Ari's gonna go first.
Okay, I read the question, then you guys answer for me, right? Because this question kind of sounds like that. But this question says, what character would I play in a movie? So I feel like you guys would answer that for me.
That makes sense.
The guy in the chair.
What?
The wheelchair.
You'd play the guy in the chair.
You know what that
Like-
means?
No.
Think of like Ned. Remember how Ned helps Peter? Gives him like all the info where
Like
he's
you're
like,
Oh,
you're
okay.
like the best friend that's like, oh my God, you're Spider-Man? No way. Can I be your guy in the chair? Oh my God, I want to help. I want to help.
Okay, but when you said the guy in the chair, I'm thinking like a literal guy sitting in a chair. I'm
well,
like,
I mean,
what
in
are
a
you
way, that's
talking
also
about?
kind of the sense too, where they're the
Like you're
information gatherer, you know, and
Yeah.
then they relay that to the hero. They
like
relay
I'm
it to the
thinking
protagonist.
I know you just watched Homecoming. I'm thinking towards the end of Homecoming when Peter is like on the phone with Ned and he's like, I need you to help me. Like, where is he going? And then you're like sitting there like, he's right down here.
I've
Go get him.
always thought that I was like, because I've always related to every character, and it was like the best friend of the main character who has like anger issues. like Sam Puckett and Mike Wazowski.
Okay.
Mike Wazowski, does he have anger issues?
I think he
doesn't
has
give-
outbursts, but not anger.
Okay. I feel like I just rewatched the movie, but I'll tap back in.
Just
I
like-
didn't finish it.
Just kind of like how when he's like, when like Boo's running, he's like,
I don't know. You give me Ned. Like you give me, you give me Ned in Homecoming, where like you're just that fucking best friend, that ride or die. That's just, you're the guy in the chair.
It's everyone needs a
When
guy
we
in the chair.
need you, you answer.
Think about
and
it
you're
like this.
there.
Batman has a guy in the chair. Alfred.
old fart.
Okay. What reality show do you think I'm most likely to binge watch? Explain.
Have you ever seen the show The Mole?
No.
That's one of my favorite. I love like competition reality shows. And The Mole is like, there's like a large group of people and they're all like working.
Oh, is it where they're all blindfolded?
No.
No.
No. It's like a group of people and they're all like, they all have like tasks. And like there's like a large pot of money. And like there's one person in the entire group that's a mole that is like, what's the word? They're kind of like ruining their
Saboteur?
Yeah, they're like sabotaging the games and like the competitions and stuff like that to drain all the money from the pot. And everyone's trying to guess who it is, and you don't know who it is until the
Okay.
very end. And I feel like you'd watch that.
You ever seen those? I think it's a YouTube series where everyone's blindfolded and there's again a mole or an imposter, or however you want to put it, where they pretend that they know about this topic. So it was one of them
Yes.
I forgot what it's called.
It's oh my god.
But it's like one where
Like the imposter, like trying to figure out who
yeah,
like when one
like
Chinese guy
everyone's Asian but one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to like pretend. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I do watch those videos.
Yeah.
Those are actually pretty good.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like there's one episode and it's like 6 Swifties and 1 Taylor Swift hater, and you
Yeah.
have to guess
And
who's
so-
the
It's like
hater.
Jubilee shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, and so they just have to pretend that they know about the topic or Taylor Swift or whatever.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, I don't know, like Taylor Swift's first album was this album, and then the dude just, or whoever, the dude or the girl just has to lie enough that they make the people think they are, and they blind vote them out.
Oh, okay.
I like those videos.
I've watched like Cody Co react to them, but I've never like actually sat down and watched like.
No, they're
video
pretty
on
cool.
them.
It's just interesting how people can.
Isn't that kind of like the same vibe of where like Nina? came
Yeah.
from? Yeah.
Kind of, but that one's of like you have to pick who's going to win the money.
That
Whatever.
one was a little different, but it's still a Jubilee video. No,
I don't know.
I don't know what the channel that does it,
I
but
believe it's Jubilee.
Anyways, I think you'd like The Mole.
okay.
It's on Netflix.
Her answer was a lot better than mine. I was gonna say like Survivor type shit. I feel like you would like. I don't know, Maya. I'm just really into Survivor. Look at where they are.
I also
I
feel
I
like
would
you'd
not
watch.
want to do that, so I wouldn't want to watch it.
I feel like you'd also like to watch Mr. Beast games.
That's it. That was
I've actually
also my
never
second
seen a
answer.
Mr. Beast video. I've seen
Some of
clips
them
it
are
on
pretty
TikTok,
good.
but never.
Okay,
never.
there's one. I don't watch all of his videos, but there's a few that catch my eye, like on my recommended. And there's this one that came out not too long ago, and it's like the last person in the grocery store wins like $500,000. And the video, it's been going on for so long, he had to like cut the video short and like, or like there's gonna be like a part 2 like months from now, and he like changed it to where that like he filled up the entire store with food. And they said, if you guys can all eat, like whoever, like when you guys finish all of the food in this grocery store, I will give you guys each $1 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And he like set them up with like a personal trainer so they don't like gain weight or like they lose everything. But like they've been in there for months.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I watched that.
I feel like whatever reality show. Okay, I take back Survivor. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. But what's the reality show that me and you were talking about that my
Inside?
tattoo client? Yeah, I feel
That
like
one's really good.
I feel like he would.
You would
binge
like
that.
it too. I love those shows.
What is inside?
It's okay. So how my tattoo client described it to me, because I've never watched it, is he gets a bunch of is it a Mr. Beast show?
No.
No. Okay, but it kind of gives the same vibe as Mr. Beast. But they get a bunch of like pretty famous.
It's like influencers type.
Yeah,
like
influencers
streamers and stuff like
together. And then there's like a money pot situation, and or you might have to take over because I haven't had.
You can. There's like a list of things that you can buy. So if you want to get like a bag of chips, that's like $20, or there's like random stuff that's like $500, $400, all that kind of stuff, and you can buy like secret stuff like that. But the more you buy, the more that's taking pot away from the final winner.
Yeah, because
And
the
so,
money
like-
is like shared,
So like there's like a bunch of drama because oh my god, who spent $1,000?
and like people
Who
can
spent
spend
this and
money on
that?
like a shower and like this and yeah.
Like a hot shower, a 10-minute shower, like a soda, like stuff like that. Because I think for like food and drinks, they get like bare minimum, like oatmeal and like water, like bare minimum.
One reality show that I did like watching, it was a competition kind of style. You ever heard of the show called Cutthroat Kitchen?
Yes.
I love that show. My sister, my older sister and I would watch it all the time. So the premise of the show is that there's 4 or 5 chefs that come from various backgrounds, and they are all given $10,000. And in each round, you would bid to buy a sabotage for one of the other chefs. And so one of them would be you have to make all of your cooking on one single pan, or you get one tiny heat source, or you take away a main ingredient from the dish. And yeah, there was a couple episodes. There was only one episode that I remember where this dude spent no money and so on. But the thing is, the incentive is that whatever money you spend for the sabotages, if you
Spend that, you don't get it kind of thing.
yeah, and if you win, you only get that amount of money with you. So that was one show I really liked.
What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on?
A PS5.
Yeah.
PS5.
PS5. I don't know.
Well, besides like a PS5, like, okay, preface, I've been really wanting a PS5 because I want to play the Spider-Man games. There's a bunch of games I want to play. And it's time to upgrade. It's time to upgrade. I've had a PS4 for a while. It's time.
What's
But
another?
besides that, what is something that you guys think I would splurge on?
A couch.
No.
What's something where I'm like, it doesn't matter. I know it's expensive. I'm going to get it anyway.
Malcolm Todd tickets.
Yeah, I was say a concert ticket.
Yeah. Concert tickets. Camp Flog Gnaw.
Yeah. I'd say like concerts or like travel.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like,
Fuck it, we ball.
I don't buy nothing.
Yeah.
I don't buy nothing. I don't really splurge for nothing. I'm gonna splurge for this.
Yeah, I would say
do.
yeah, because I mean you were really contemplating about buying resale tickets for Malcolm Todd, or you probably still are.
So now I answer this? What lesson took you the longest
Well,
to
what we've
unlearn?
been doing is like,
Well, this one,
This one
This
sounds
is
like
a
I
little
answer.
different.
yeah,
Yeah.
that one seems like you
Go
have the
ahead.
answer.
What lesson took you the longest to unlearn?
oh, I see what it is. Level 1 is perception. So it's like we
Okay.
answer for you. That one's connection. So
Okay.
you answer for yourself.
Took me the longest to unlearn. Like it's okay to be alone. Because I used to be very codependent on like everyone, people in my life. And now I'm okay with it. But I think that also comes from trauma. I feel like I was kind of forced into it. But
But maybe
I think
that's-
as time goes on, I've gotten more comfortable with it and I'm more okay with it. And I honestly think it's better.
being alone is
It's scary, but like
yeah.
you learn so much about yourself that like I wouldn't have ever known if I never took my time. Like say after my last relationship, I just jumped into another relationship. I would never like have had the experiences I've had today, be who I am today, and know myself more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm trying so hard to instill that to my friends. And I'm getting there. Because I feel like it is a very hard thing to unlearn as a woman. Because as a
Extremely.
woman, I feel like we're naturally like
Oh, well.
dependent because
Yeah.
it's instilled in us at like a very young age. You know?
when you find someone, da, 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 but
It's always like, you have to find your person, you have to get married and have kids, be a mother. I feel like as women, like our generation more, like we're never really taught to be like independent, really.
All right.
Wow, that was level 2.
I agree with that answer. I strongly agree with that answer. It's hard to be alone sometimes, but I guess it's like more of the scare factor of it. But when you're in it, there's a comfortability. When you
But there's
let
also
it.
a downside to that too. Because I
Yeah.
feel like now I'm like really comfortable in it.
It took me a while to get to that comfortability, and there is some times where I am like, oh well, like kind of the scare factor of being alone. But then when I am alone, I'm like, oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. And then I can.
It's
sit
like
in it.
reassuring because now I'm like, because I used to be the type of person to be like, I can't be happy if I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Which is like
Or
now
I have somebody talking to me consistently.
yeah. Now
or-
it's like embarrassing that I used to think like that. For me
But we-
personally,
I
just
feel
think
like everybody has that.
yeah,
time.
that little like phase, whatever.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, I prefer my time and there's no one in my ear. I like my alone time and being alone, and I prefer it. Anyways, go ahead.
So this one says, what's the most pain you've ever been in that wasn't physical?
Wow, we could have stuck with level 1. What's level 3?
I think this probably goes along the lines of probably most of the breakups I've ever been through.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big, probably physical pain that I've ever been in. So, I mean, if you guys remember the story about the girl who pissed my bed,
Yeah, we know.
when her and I broke up, well, when she broke up with me, I guess is a better way to put it. I think that it's probably common that you kind of put yourself a lot of yourself into a relationship that you care about. And so when her and I were no longer together, I feel like there was a lot of pain associated with that. I was still a young adult too, so it wasn't that I knew what I knew now. And so my response for that kind of, experience was to move away. And so that was what kind of the main driving factor of why I moved over to another town to go to college, because my line of thinking was I need to get out of here and experience more life, or, to move away, to kind of push that away and to go somewhere else. So, and I think that, once I got there, I met incredible people and it was so fun, but there's still kind of that lingering kind of heartbreak that came from it. And so, yeah, I feel like that was the sense of restarting, and being in a place where when I moved to college, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know a damn person. And I didn't even know my roommates when I moved over. I just met them online. And from even in that, meeting them, it was still pretty hard to kind of find out not what life was, but just getting over that hump, being in a new city, or not a new city, new town, and just kind of rebuilding my life. And so in retrospect, again, it didn't feel like that at the time. It felt lonely, even though I had people that I was getting to know and they were providing companionship in their own way. But I felt that it took a while because, you put so much of yourself into it for it to not work out, which is kind of how life is. And so I feel like that was probably the most pain, and I guess in a way that wasn't physical, that I felt. So
If I got that question, it'd be grief.
yeah.
That one really sucked.
I agree with that because I haven't experienced grief in the way that like you have with someone that was like really close to you. But I did a few months ago lose someone that I would consider kind of close to me, my uncle. And it was like very random all of a sudden. And it's the grief, but also like the guilt I had from like, I could have reached out more. You know what I mean? And like, I find myself still grieving it to this day.
And that it never goes away. And that's why it's probably like the most pain I've ever felt. And like, it's weird because it's uncomfortable because I know it's never going to go away. It's just like day by day, it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But there's days that are harder. But like grief is very ugly.
It's weird.
It's extremely like weird and ugly. And it's just like, it's uncomfortable. And it's like, I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, but it's also just something that like everybody eventually has to go through.
'Cause that's life.
That's just how it is. And it's ugly. And that's probably, I feel like it goes hand in hand with heartbreak. Cause like with heartbreak, you are grieving that person. It's just, they didn't necessarily die. It's just you having to move away from them. But like when somebody dies, it's
a different pain because you know they're gone.
yeah.
You know, with like heartbreak, it's like if you really wanted to, you could reach out. With someone passing away, it's like you literally can't.
Yeah.
It's
the best
a-
way I can describe grief is just ugly.
If I got that question like 6 months ago, I would have said my last breakup. Because like any breakup is hard, but I feel like being cheated on in like a long-term relationship with someone that you thought you could have married is like so.
Well, it's still hard, and
No,
I'm not by any means taking away from it because
no, not like comparing.
Yeah,
It's just like, I don't know, just two different kinds of pains.
yeah, but like somehow at the same time they both go hand in hand. It's
Yeah.
just like
I
it's
think my
weird.
mom said something to me one time when I was going through heartbreak in high school. And she said that our brains don't know the difference between like losing someone in a breakup and losing someone in like death.
Yeah,
So when you're going through a breakup, you are grieving that loss as if they were dead. And my mom said that to me one time when I was like, I think I was like 17, 18 maybe. And that's just really stuck with me. So every time I go through a breakup or like my friends are going through a breakup, I let them know that because I feel like when you're going through a pain of like a heartbreak, you think you're going crazy because you're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but it really is.
yeah.
Because you are grieving someone that you lost. So
All of it's just ugly.
this is a lot deeper than I thought.
But I kind of like it.
I know, I kind of like.
If you could get to know someone in your life on a deeper level, who would it be and why? My mom. I know she's not listening to this, but if she does tap in and she decides to listen, and it has to be this episode,
Just clip it and send it to her.
she probably still won't listen. I love you, Michelle, but I don't know. My mom, she was a single mom for a really long time. And how I think of her is I have a very close friend. It's Jenna, that I see a lot of my mom in because she's doing stuff that I know is really hard, and being a single mom is extremely hard. My mom was a single mom of 2, and she was on her own, and she worked 2 jobs. At one point, she owned a bar. She was not freshly out of school, but it was fresh enough. And like now when I'm getting older, I think about how my mom, when she had me and my sister, wasn't too far off of like the age that I am now. And she did all of that. And like, yeah, we didn't come out perfect, but nobody does. But my mom is also a very closed off and quiet and not emotionless, but like because she is very emotional, but like for lack of a better word, she doesn't like open up, and she doesn't like, I feel like to a stranger she would, and she'd be like, oh yeah, like to a stranger she'd tell her life story to, but to her kids, she doesn't want to seem vulnerable sometimes. At least that's the vibe that she's given me. Maybe I'm not asking enough questions, but I know my mom has a lot of lore and she has a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. And I guess I would just want to get to know that more on a big, deeper level. There's times where I'm talking to my mom and there's stuff that I never knew about. And I'm just like, damn, I wish you told me that years ago. I wish we had this, I didn't start getting close to my mom until after I turned 21. And I still don't consider us like super close, but she didn't feel comfortable telling me stories and like actually getting vulnerable with me until I moved out. I don't know. I wish I knew more of her and like had the opportunity of, I'm not saying like I don't have the opportunity now, because I do try to do that as well. It's just like, I wish we started when I was younger, I guess.
I feel very similar with my dad. My dad is very similar in the way of like, he doesn't open up really. He doesn't really talk to me at all. And I've tried to like have a relationship with him. It's just like, he has this weird thing of like, I'm the kid and he's the parent. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And like, I get that to like an extent, like when I was a teenager and like when I was a kid, but I feel like now I'm 25 and I feel like we can have a relationship and he just doesn't see it that way, which sucks because like, I want to know like, because I know he's gone through a lot like in his life and I'd love to hear about it, but I just don't think I ever will, which sucks. But you know, you have your relationship with your dad and it like kind of makes up for it because like, you have someone, you know what I mean? Like I have my mom and like she opens up to me, like we have a great relationship. She's like my best friend. I can tell her anything and she'll tell me. And if I ask her like, hey, like what happened with this, she'll tell me.
Yeah.
And like I wish I could have that with my dad, but it's just like, I feel like now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I just have to be okay with that.
And it's not like that. It's not that like me and my mom don't have a relationship. We do. And I know that if I called her, because I called her recently and was like, hey, mom, dad didn't answer. Like, I'm kind of sad right now. Like, and she answered and she was there for me and she helped. I just like, I wish it started more when I was younger because I never felt like the level of, Mom, if you're watching this, I don't want you to take it in a negative way. And
we love you, Michelle.
You're great, Michelle. And we do have a relationship and I love you. You're great. And you're a boss ass bitch. I don't know how you raised two kids under two, pretty much. A single mother. But it just felt like when I was growing up and when I was in middle school and high school, I didn't really have anybody to talk to. And I wish I could have talked to my mom. There's times where I'm like, I look in the mirror and me and my mom look so similar. And I'm like, I wish, like my mom tells me stories and I'm like, damn bitch, I'm just like you. Like I'm literally just like you. But at the same time, I feel like I don't know you.
Yeah. I'm also very similar to my dad in some ways. Like I've noticed that like as I've gotten older and I live with him, we have a lot of like similarities in like how we act and like how we react to things and how we respond to things. And I guess I didn't start realizing it until his girlfriend that I live with also, she was like, you're just like your dad. And she didn't mean that in like a mean way because like that can sound mean, like you're just like your father. But she just means like you are his daughter.
Yeah.
And like, I wish I could see that rather than having to learn that now. But also like, I don't know if I've told you this, but me and my mom didn't start having a relationship until like maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a great relationship with either of my parents really growing up, like more so my mom than my dad, but like still like there was definitely a disconnect with my mom and I. And I think that also stems from like, she was a young mom. My parents are young parents, like had a rough childhood, you know, like, didn't really know what they were doing, you know? So
yeah,
I think that's what it stems from. Like it's their first time living. Like I'm trying to imagine like, that's why I give my mom some grace for my childhood because I'm imagining because I was born when she was
what, like
22.
20? Yeah.
And so I'm imagining she's 25 and she's a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Couldn't be me.
Heart goes out to you, Diva, because I for sure could not do it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I kind of give her some grace, but we definitely did. It took a lot for us to get to where we are now. And you guys know how close I am with my mom.
Yeah.
Very close, like locked in.
I would say maybe for me, probably similar cases, probably for my mom. And it's not the fact that like I feel like there's a disconnect from my mom at all. I think my mom and I have a fantastic relationship. I think I can confide in her in a lot of things, and She's always been a great parent. I've been very fortunate with the people that I've grown up with. But it's kind of a running joke in our family that no one really knows anything about my mom. She immigrated from the Philippines, and up into her meeting my dad. Essentially, that's just kind of like nothing that I really know. I know that she went to a Catholic school when she was a kid. I think she moved to the Hawaii when she was like 12. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that we've never asked her. We've always asked her like, oh, how was it growing up in the Philippines? Like, what did you do? What was X, Y, and Z? Well, I guess I knew that she was really close with her grandmother, but that's kind of it. I don't really know her more beyond like in that descriptive of a thing. So, yeah, I just feel like I would want to know more about my mom. It's not the fact that my mom never get along. My mom, again, like I said, we get along fantastically, and I actually saw her today. It's just a black hole when it comes to like my mom's kind of her being specific about how she grew up. Even my parents aren't long together. They've never been together for almost 30 years. So, but they're still very good friends, which I feel like I'm very fortunate that they are very good friends. And so, but sometimes sometimes I have to resort to asking my dad about stuff about my mom. And I was like, oh, do you remember when you were married to my mom? Do you remember this? And he kind of tell me what he knew, but even then he was like, even while we were together, your mom didn't really talk about her life in the Philippines for whatever reason. I don't know. So yeah, just getting to know more about my mom, essentially, not in an emotional way, because I feel like with her, my mom and I were very similar in how we react to things. My mom is very nonchalant. I think in terms of
So are you?
guys, I don't know. You've met my mom
Yes.
once or twice. You've met my mom kind of, not really.
I think it was at the Halloween party, maybe.
Yeah, and
but I was
so-
pretty drunk, and I think other than that, I was like the next day on FaceTime.
But my mom is in terms of, I don't know if this is a sexist statement to make, but my mom is very nonchalant when it comes to being a woman. Like she does not really, she has opinions, but she doesn't overreact. I've never seen her overreact.
She's
But-
just a chill girl.
She's
a lady.
entirely chill. I think she's kind of a workaholic. She works a lot. She makes dinner, eats food, and then takes naps throughout the day. Like she's a very
Oh.
simple
Chill ass
person.
lady, dude.
Very
Chill as
simple person.
fuck.
You know, when I saw her today, you know what she was doing? She was taking a nap. I woke her ass up.
Oh my god.
Hey, mom.
Again, my mom is, I don't want to, she can be a bit standoffish and maybe not as emotional, but she's very caring. And so like today, I was talking to her and she was like, oh, I made food downstairs. If you want some, you can have some. I was like, okay, perfect, cool. So I go downstairs, I'm eating food, and I'm kind of just diddling on my phone, just scrolling TikTok, whatever. This is all today. And I was probably there for longer than I anticipated. I was probably there for about 45 minutes, an hour. But most of it was just me eating and then just kind of being on my phone. And she calls my name, and I like look up like up the stairs, and she's like, "Are you still eating?" I was like, "No." And then she was like, "There wasn't enough fries, was there?" I was like, there wasn't." And she was like, "Why don't you take some food home and eat it at home?" I was like, "That's a really good idea." And so she's like fucking being a mom and like packing me a lunch.
My mom does the same
I
thing.
still
My
have
mom does
food.
that shit. My mom packed you food home.
Yeah, she
to
did.
Take home. Yeah.
And she gave me a little thing, and she was like, "Here you go." And then she was like, "Oh, like, you know," she got a bunch of free like beverages and stuff from work, and she was like, "Oh, I got a bunch of this, I got a bunch of that, if you want to take some." And she's like offering me stuff, and I think it's like a running joke in anyone's family, or you know, going to your parents' house and you shop at your parents' house.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is like one of my favorite jokes with my mom. I go over to my mom's house and I like take her weed, or I take food, I take stuff for the road, like little shit like that. And she's like, "Ari," and I'm like, "You know this is the deal."
My dad
You know
always
this is
hates
the
it
deal.
because my mom's always like, take this, take that.
Literally,
She's like,
I was
"Come on,
at
you need more of this."
I was at my mom's house like not too long. I think it was the day that we had the pasta, and I was eating like some strawberries, and she's like, "Just take the whole thing." I'm like, okay, shit.
But yeah, my mom is caring in that sense, or where she's so willing to make sure that you are, you know, you feel good and, you know, you're fed, you know, you have a beverage.
still a
Like,
mother.
she's a very good mom in that sense. And, but the thing is, like, she's not very emotionally forthcoming in terms of just how she is, but she does know how to make you feel like taken care of.
Yeah,
a
heavy
note,
topic.
a heavy note, but I
I didn't
mean,
know it would
shit.
get that. I didn't know it would get that deep that quick.
But
Should we just pull one out just to make it a little funnies?
Yeah.
level 1?
Let's make it funnies.
I feel like we can all answer this for each other.
Is it like a good one?
Yeah. Do you think I'm usually early, on time, or late to events? Explain.
Late as fuck.
Late
as fuck.
Oh no.
That's why I said we can all go around on
Bro,
this.
you didn't even finish the sentence and I was like, oh no. I'm about to get called out right now.
I just always
no.
keep in my head when I think of like when we plan to do things and we plan to go out and I'm not with her. There was this one time when I think we were going to go to Korean barbecue and I was over here and Jonathan was at home.
Oh, we love Korean barbecue.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
me
yeah.
and Maya are on the couch and she's like, and Jonathan and I set a time. Like I think we were going to get there like 7:30. And it's like 6:30. And I'm like, okay, we should probably get up. Maya's like, it's 6:30, we got time. I won't get up till like 7 and then we'll leave at like 7:30, knowing how it's like 7:45. She's like, no, we have time. No, we don't have time. It's Maya time. Like, and it's like, it's funny on one hand because all you can do is laugh about it. But then on the other hand, when you're like on the other side of it, you're like, ah! Like, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like an exact scenario, but there's been like a few times where I'm just like, oh my God, I
No,
know.
there's been times where I think Maya and are I'm waiting for Maya so we can step off and meet other friends or something like that. And it's 7:15.
Okay,
And then
Edgar calls you Johnny Tsunami, and he says, "Are you on Johnny Tsunami time?" So you're not too far behind me.
No.
No,
but
you're not too far behind me. You
can I-
also
can
show
I-
up late.
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
But there'll be times where you live not terribly far away from me, but it's a drive, and so I'm waiting for her so we can step off and meet other friends. And it's 7. We're meeting at 7. She's supposed to be at my house at 7:30. She's still at her house at 7:15. 7:20 sometimes.
She'll leave her house when she has to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, for
There's a
for
minute,
example,
and then
hold
there's a
on.
Maya minute.
Let's just put this in example really quick. I live 15 minutes away from work. She lives like 30, 45 minutes. We leave at the same time.
Yeah.
If we start at 4:30, we're both leaving at 4. Because
I've been better, but there is times where I've left at 4. There is times.
I leave my house at 4,
yeah.
and that's me being
there
a
was
little.
times.
To
Hasn't been
me,
recently.
if I'm on time, like on the dot on time, I'm late. I'm the person who I have to be there at least 10 minutes early. With Maya, I can push it because I know she's running on Maya time. Maya's the type of person to be like, no, bro, like I'm 5 away. I'm just stuck in traffic. She's still in bed.
You would say that.
That is me.
And it's just like, either you really just gotta fucking like tell her to get the fuck up or you just gotta be okay with that. You know who I do notice that you listen to? Maddie.
Yeah, because she scares me.
Maddie, the last time we all hung out, she was like, you need to be here by 8. And she was. But if we say 8, I would have expected like 10.
No, I was there at about 8.
With Ari, if I said I needed help with something at 8 o'clock, she would be there at 8 o'clock or a little earlier. But like if we were setting up for a party, like the Halloween party, if I asked her to help me prior to the party, like, hey, like I want to start getting ready or start getting the party ready at 2. I'm not saying about last time. I'm not saying about like whatever. I'm just saying if in concept, she would
Like
be
someone
there.
more reliable.
Yes.
Okay. When you
And-
bring the word reliable into it, if
Hold
you
on,
say,
we're
Maya,
not
we
saying-
need you here this time right now, I'll be there.
We
If
did-
it's
we do
not,
tell you
no,
that.
no. If it's just like, oh
You-
yeah,
you
we're
say-
going to
you-
the
you
clubs
look-
in Seattle.
you look at a
oh
time-
yeah, we're hanging out with these friends. Then yeah, I might be running a little bit late. But if it's like, hey,
That's the point.
Maya, we need you here this time, no exceptions. Maya, I need you at my house at this time, no exceptions. I will be there.
But the
And
thing
you
is,
can't, you can't lie because
on.
decorating for the Halloween party last time, number 1, when you needed me to be at your house at this time on the dot so that we could catch our flight to Florida, I was there. I was early. So it's just I pick my poison.
No. I'm just thinking that there's the concept of setting a time is to meet the timeline. You take it as a suggestion.
And that's such a good way to put it. That is such a good way to put it. No, because if we're bringing it, I'm not saying you're not reliable, but I feel like with time, I'm more reliable.
Yes.
I won't disagree. I won't disagree.
Because when have I ever been late to work?
Maybe once, maybe.
maybe, and it was probably because of her.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, I feel like this was a good like tangent fucking episode.
Oh yeah, we talked about anything and everything under the sun.
But we should make a conspiracy theory episode.
Yeah, and then
Like
Halloween.
a dedicated one and a Halloween one. That would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
We should have like. We'll talk about this later. Okay. Thanks for listening. I hope that's still recorded, by the way.
Me too.
But yeah, well, this has been the jam. Feel free to follow the podcast on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. We have
Apple,
Instagram,
YouTube.
Apple, YouTube. Any platform
Amazon.
you can think of, we probably have it.
Yep.
It's all Ari managing it. I'm not doing shit. So
Yeah.
Bye, Hyro. Bye, Ford. Love you guys.
Love
Hang out
y'all.
next time.
this has been Jam.
Yep. See y'all next week.
Later.
Bye now.